Extreme.
Catfish.
Over the top.
I don't know what it is.
Brave. Fabulous.
Messed up. And dressed up as women. Unaccepted.
Eccentric.
Using makeup. Colourful. Entertaining. Big. Massive hair. Free.
Fierce. Canal Street. Fun.
Flamboyant.
A source of great division and conflicting opinions, love them or loathe them, accept them or reject them, regardless of the perspective, a city well acquainted with the art of drag is Manchester, home to a prosperous queer culture and a thriving community of queens, most of whom work on the legendary Canal Street in Manchester's gay village. Two queens who regularly appear on Canal Street are Salford-based Elsa Cake and Hera, who are currently preparing for an Easter-themed event.
I like weird drag. I've like painted purple. I've always liked weird, like artistic, artsy, craftsy things. So I'd say probably quite different and quite just artistic, really. That makes me sound a bit of an arsehole, but I'm a bit of an arsehole. Today is going to take me a bit longer, but usually, if I'm just doing a normal face, probably take me like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Yeah, probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. But then today, if I'm doing something weird like gluing stuff to my head, whatever else, it can take. I think the longest it's ever taken me to get ready was like 5 hours. My drag name is Elsa Cake, but I just go by Elsa. It was just like a really weird. We were on a night out, me and another drag queen, and it was like the second or third time I'd ever done drag, and I wasn't doing it for like performance or anything. I was doing it just for a laugh, just for a night out. And there was a picture online of this a cake of Elsa from Frozen, and it was like, it looked like it had been punched, and she told me that that's what I looked like, very lovingly. And then she just said, "That's your name, Elsa Cake," and then it just stuck. I travel in drag. Like I get on the train, get on the coach, go into the shop if I need some cigarettes or something. It's not, I wouldn't wake up and think I need to go for a food shop, let me just go and put a full face on. It's not something I do like consciously. It's not something that I'm like, I want to have sex in drag. Because quite honestly, it's just a ball ache. Because I've got a corset on and hip pads and 4 pairs of tights. And drag is nothing sexual to me anyway. If I get absolutely wasted and it happens accidentally, if I was going to collab with another drag queen, like a famous one, I'd want to do something makeup based, so I'd probably want to do like I do their face, they do mine. Not that I'm great at it, but not doing other people's faces anyway. So I'd say probably, I don't know, somebody like maybe Fame. I like Miss Fame. I think she's an absolutely incredible makeup artist. But then I love people like Sharon Style. I love Sharon Style. Can't help what I do under the influence of vodka. I receive a lot of weird attention. I'm not sure if I could ever class it as unwanted, because I think if you're going to get into drag, one of the main things that a lot of queens don't like admitting is we do it for attention. I love the attention. I love people telling me how pretty I am. My mum absolutely loves it. My dad's just like, he just doesn't really care. He's not asked. He thinks, he loves that I'm doing something that I love, and he thinks that I'm really talented and everything. Joke's on him. Before I moved to Manchester, where I'm from in Chester, there was no real gay community. And then in Manchester, I only worked in the village for about a year before I started doing drag, so I didn't really know people that well anyway. So a lot of the people that know me now know me because of drag, but the people that I knew before didn't change at all. Like, I've always been a really, really confident person, always, and I've always had the sort of mindset that if somebody doesn't like me, then if somebody doesn't like me just because of the work that I do or my sexual orientation, then I just don't bother with them.
I think drag's like a massive creative medium and it's just so varied. It's so fun to see a different style. It's Hera, and it was chosen for me by drag parent Athena. I go out drinking and then I'm out in drag, but I'd never go on my day-to-day business. It's just not really who I am. I wear a lot of makeup as a boy anyway, so I feel 100% in my look, then you don't feel 100% in yourself, I think. So it's quite important as well. Clothes now. She'll just randomly send me a parcel from home with like dresses and stuff in it. Just they kind of are quite accepting. Yeah. Rabbit, sort of. I didn't want to do cutesy Easter, so I decided to do something a bit more crazy and messy. Leotard with loads of paint splattered all over it, and a tail and a massive bunny ears with paint splattered all over it, and then loads of eggs attached to it. Just kind of like messy, neon kind of bunny.
Canal Street is home to many LGBTQ-oriented venues, the majority of which host various events and parties where drag queens are given the opportunity to usually promote, perform, or do both. Elsa and Hera are performers themselves and regularly lip-sync to high-energy songs on stage at Filthy Gorgeous. The theme for the upcoming event is 1940s, where they are due to perform.
Tonight is Filthy Gorgeous at UP Manchester. It's just a student night, real camp, pop, chart, R&B, cheese, everything downstairs. We have sort of impromptu performances that are whenever, wherever, and we just dance around and have a gay old time and get absolutely fucking bored. Someone's gonna be naked, someone's in the water like it's right.
I definitely like a vintage feel, which is why guest hosting here tonight is the perfect place for me, because I definitely love anything that's like a vintage style, 40s, 50s, even through to 80s, so anything that's like an aesthetic that people like totally nailed down. Perfect for me.
Minimal clothing, weird colours, I don't usually have eyebrows.
Tits out!
Yeah, like more like a naked alien.
That's a really good description.
Naked alien.
That's actually a fabulous description.
I loved art, but then my parents pushed me to do more academic stuff, sadly. So when I got to move out, I was like experimenting with my face, and then I love clubbing. You know, I don't like boring anymore, so just elevate more and more and turn into this. I enjoy the attention; it's given me a lot of confidence as I try.
Well, they used to be men and they consider themselves women now, like fully like changed genders, whereas drag queens like are still men but just like channel their like femininity or their feminine side through like dressing up as a woman, but they're not like, they don't associate with being women as far as I know. So
transgender is when you identify as a gender you believe is not yours, and drag queen I'm pretty sure is just acting in a different role.
Names in real life, yeah. I come from like near Blackpool, so you get quite a lot of, there's quite the drag culture in Blackpool, I think. It's mostly like TV.
No way.
Well, if it were my dad, I would be a bit concerned because obviously it means that they're straight if they've had me. So it's a little bit like...
My family wouldn't accept that, they'd just like be like, no, see you later.
yeah. Why wouldn't your family accept
because
it?
Because it's just not culture. It's not like culture. Plus, it's not right. It's just not natural. No.
Yeah. If my son was obviously wanted to be a drag queen, I would be a little bit gutted. I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, a bit more open-minded.
I'll try to get some help for them. Like I'll try. Maybe send them.
Over time, I'm sure I'd learn to accept it and get on with it and stuff like that. So.
Drag is continuing to challenge stereotypes, oppose social constructs, break down barriers and open dialogues about gender, sexuality, beauty, art and self-expression. And with the recent surge of drag queens in pop culture, this isn't slowing down anytime soon. Manchester's drag circuit is evidently a wild, wacky, wonderful, quirky, queer, crazy and colourful concoction of camp fantasy, populated by passionate talents who are dedicated to being authentic and unapologetic versions of themselves. If any conclusion is to be drawn from the Manchester Queens, it's that it doesn't really matter what people think or say about drag, just as long as they think or say something.